they wouldn't have just water. They would put the cucumbers in the water. So I drink that all the time. I drink cucumber water.
Cucumber water at school? That's crazy. Hello and welcome to the School Lunch Program, a show where we talk about what was for lunch, what is for lunch, and what will be for lunch. My name is Andrew and I'm here with my friend Matt. Hello, Matt.
Hello.
Today on the program, sugary drink tax may help fund free school lunch in Connecticut. And our friend Emma joins the show to share her experience at the lunch table. But first, let's hear the lunch menu for the week of April 6th. 2026 at Truth or Consequences Elementary School in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. Matt, what do we have for lunch the week of April 6th?
On Monday, for entrees, they'll have the choice of beef nachos, cheesy chili mac, turkey ham and cheese sandwich, and their vegetable choices will be Italian veggie blend, fresh baby carrots, fresh cut cucumber slices, and fresh broccoli florets. And their fruit choice will be juicy pineapple tidbits and fresh orange. On Tuesday, their entree options will be classic pepperoni pizza, Caribbean jerk chicken, and chilled pear and vanilla yogurt parfait with graham crackers. And their vegetable options will be crispy tater tots, fresh baby carrots, fresh cucumber with zesty lemon and chili, and fresh broccoli florets. Their fruit options will be cinnamon applesauce and fresh banana. On Wednesday, their lunch entree choices will be cheese stuffed breadsticks with marinara, crispy chicken patty sandwich, and crispy popcorn chicken ranch wrap. Their vegetable options will be peppered broccoli florets, baby carrots, fresh broccoli florets, and fresh celery sticks. And their fruit options will be diced pears and fresh apple. And then on Thursday and Friday, their online website says there is currently nothing on the menu. So maybe they have a day off. Maybe the teachers have a professional development day.
Oh yeah, maybe they just haven't decided yet. I like that they have some interesting vegetable and fruit options like juicy pineapple tidbits. Thank you to Truth and Consequences New Mexico. Now let's get to the news. This month, Connecticut lawmakers revisit a sugary drink tax for supposedly funding universal school lunches in Connecticut. Matt, can you explain what's happened here as our Connecticut expert?
As the Connecticut resident, this is House Bill 5537. It's currently out of committee and sitting for public hearings. There was a public hearing held on March 16th, and there's a bunch of public testimony. If anybody wants to go read it, maybe we'll have some links in some show notes somewhere or something. But the gist of the bill is that sugary drinks and drinks that are artificially sweetened will have a 2-cent per fluid ounce tax added to them. This tax is going to be collected at the distributor level, the same way our current bottle deposit is collected, and that will be put into a fund that is going to be used to fund school lunches. If you read the language of the bill, there's a bunch of dates about like what school years this affects and what when this tax would go into effect. But in general, it's supposed to fund, I think, school year 2027, or maybe school year starting after or on July 1st, 2027. So that would be like the late 27 to 28 year. And when will this tax start being collected? Commencing October 1st, 2026. Each distributor shall pay a tax on sweetened beverages, syrups, and powders. So this includes sodas in cans and bottles that you buy at the grocery store, but it also includes syrups for sale at restaurants. And they're going to levy that tax at a rate of 2 cents per what the beverage manufacturer recommends to be the reconstituted strength for customer consumption.
This would also help with free breakfast as well, along with free lunch. I guess this tax would reimburse these public schools who are offering free lunch and free breakfast, which is pretty neat. I love free breakfast.
And then to give you an idea of what the scope of the cost of this is, I couldn't find this in the bill or any state things, but WFSB is our local CBS affiliate. And in their article for it, it says that the state estimates $90 million is what it would cost to fund school lunches for the whole state.
Each year? And what actually qualifies here? Like how much sugar in a drink?
So this is what we're imposing the tax on, is any carbonated or non-carbonated beverage that is intended for human consumption that contains any added sugar or non-nutritive sweetener. Sugar is any monosaccharide or disaccharide sweetener that contains 5 or more calories per serving, such as cane sugar, beet sugar, glucose, fructose, lactose, sucrose, high fructose corn syrup, honey, and fruit juice concentrate.
Why do you think they targeted sugary drinks for this
Well, the easy answer is that they're empty calories and they're not good for you. It's an easy villain.
Yeah.
I think we all know that soda's not good for you.
How do you feel about this bill?
I do not like the idea of an additional tax. And the tax rate, and is this truly a regressive tax? I don't know, because do lower income people buy more soda than high income people as a fraction of their income? Yes, but soda consumption is probably like on average flat with income distribution. This tax works out to $1.35 on a 2-liter bottle at Stop and Shop, which is my preferred, just based on geography, grocery store. A 2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola right now is $3.69. So it would be a 50% increase in cost. So almost 1/3 of the after the taxes imposed cost of the soda will be tax. And in Connecticut, we have a 10-cent bottle deposit on each container.
Right.
So if you're buying 12 packs or cases of cans, that's an additional 10 cents per can that you do get back from the state. But getting that back is not as easy as it sounds.
Right. Yeah. You have to manually bring it back. Right.
Yeah. You have to stumble into one of the state appointed redemption centers and get yelled at by the people working there because you don't know what distributor they need to credit the product back to. That really is only true for small craft beer. People know Coke and Pepsi and the big brewers. You can also return them to machines at the stores that are selling them, but not every store has to take every container back. It's really just the ones that they sell. And so if you are buying small sodas like Connecticut's own Fox and Park and Avery sodas, they might not be returnable at every store, and you're still going to be charged the deposit.
Oh, so Fox and Park is going up in price.
Yep. But there'll be an additional 68 cents on my 1 liter of birch beer that I get with my pizza.
Or that cat piss drink from Avery's. Is that what it's called?
I don't know if Avery's makes necessarily a cat piss named or flavored product, but they're famous for their 4-year cycle of making presidential election themed sodas.
Oh, it's called Kitty Piddle. Sorry. Does that mean like every school can offer free lunch and breakfast?
Yeah. And honestly, I mean, so we were talking with our friend Andy F. a couple weeks ago, and he was saying that like free lunch should just be a thing because it removes the stigma around lower income people getting free lunch. It simplifies the line. It makes lives easier for children. And we're already spending so much money on all of the rest of the educational resources. The amount of money that we're already spending on the food before they get their subsidy is so small. Why don't we just round up to the full meal and give every child a free lunch and free breakfast if they want it?
Right.
This can be funded through our already pretty high property taxes or state income tax or our sales tax.
I agree. I don't think we need to introduce a bill to fund this stuff. I think this should be a very high priority on what we spend our money on. But, you know, so it goes. That's just my opinion, I guess. Oh, well, that's actually the bell there. So when we come back, we're going to have Emma on to talk about her experience having school lunch in Nashville, Tennessee. We'll be right back. Okay, and we are back, and we're here with Emma in person in studio. Hi, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You, I feel like, have a different upbringing than us. We grew up in Connecticut. You grew up in Tennessee?
The South. Yeah, I basically grew up my entire life in Nashville. And then I went to college in Alabama. So I have a crazy Southern background.
Great. And so you went to public school or private school?
Private school.
Throughout all of school? Like
it's
elementary to high school?
So all of elementary school for the most part, except for 1 year, I went to private school.
Okay.
This one private Christian school. And the 1 year I didn't go was first grade, and I just wanted to try public school out. and it was the worst year of my life, and I got bullied every day, and I couldn't handle it. I literally don't remember it.
So did you have a school that went like all grades in one school?
Yeah. It was K through 12.
Oh, okay. Wow. This must have been big.
Yes. Lore about me, I like homeschooled kind of in middle school, and then I came back to that school in high school. So this is really confusing.
Okay. So where did you stand on bringing lunch to school or hot lunch? Let's start with elementary school.
Actually, for a while, our school lunch was like historically terrible, which you think it wouldn't be because, I mean, a lot of people are paying like a lot of money to go.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that great. And so I usually brought my lunch every single day, except for I was obsessed with the cookies. And so was literally everybody.
Oh, sorry, my cat is
Hey.
Oh, Mary, stop.
The cookies were like a huge thing. And like, you were cool if you got a cookie. And I like watched y'all's episode like before this, and y'all were talking about cookies, and I was like, that's literally, that was also,
they had good cookies there too.
Huge thing. They were like 90 cents.
Oh, you remember?
Oh yeah, because my mom was kind of like cared about like how much sugar I like intake, and we kind of like, I grew up very granola. So I would try to buy like 4 cookies like like every lunch, and then like keep one in my bag, and like
see, Matt, this is the kind of thing, it's like you can pack your kids lunch any day you want, they're still gonna eat cookies no matter what.
And something about those cookies were like they like slapped. Like I would travel back in time to eat one, honestly.
So if you grew up, did you say your mom was granola?
Yeah, like we grew up very like we would go to Whole Foods.
Okay, so what did you bring to lunch then in your lunchbox?
This is a whole ordeal. I was so scared of opening my lunch. I don't know if anybody, I've talked to people that experienced this. I was so scared of opening my lunch in front of my friends and just other people because they always would comment on like what was in it, because it would be like something like a rice cake or something like,
versus what they'd have is like
a Lunchable.
Oh.
And I would have killed for like to like have something like a Lunchable. Like I thought that was so cool. Or a fruit roll up.
Yeah.
I mean, they were good lunches. It just was, that sounds sad. But
what else? You got a rice cake?
A rice cake, a bunch of like vegetables going on, and like a bunch of fruit, if I can remember.
Wow.
correctly.
And everyone was like, wow, where's your
I was like gluten free for a while.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So then they like people would like bully me and then be like, you're like the kid. There was this one kid named Steve that sat at the end of the table because he was allergic to everything. And like you couldn't, it was so severe, you couldn't sit around like near him if you had like any sort of like peanuts or like anything. And so people were like, you're gonna have to go sit with Steve like because of your lunch.
That's sad for both of you. Oh my gosh.
At least Steve gets a friend that way. I mean,
you were helping Steve out.
Yeah, I actually was friends with Steve. Shout out to Steve. I invited him to my birthday party in like 4th grade, and it was bowling, and 2 bowling balls smashed between his finger. And then he got bullied more because his finger was broken.
This is so sad.
Anyway, that sounds really sad.
We had like peanut-free tables, I remember, in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
I remember them in elementary, but not in middle and high.
Yeah, that's true. I remember in elementary school.
Just wing it in middle and high school.
Just I think all those kids just got over it.
You know your allergies well enough to figure yourself out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's like kids.
out.
It's just like, yeah, kids are weird about that. Did you enjoy lunch in elementary school?
So no, I was gonna ask you guys this. Did you guys ever have a cone growing up? Like, did they put a cone on the end of your table and like?
No.
Did you
Like a
not have
traffic
that?
What does that
cone,
mean?
an ice cream cone.
It was an orange cone. They did this thing all throughout elementary school where 15 minutes of, I guess lunch was like 30 minutes. Half of lunch, you couldn't talk really when the cone was on your table. like this was a legit thing.
It's just one table couldn't talk?
No, like they would put the cones on all the tables.
Oh.
For that amount of time, you had to like whisper or basically not talk or like focus on eating.
Was it because
I guess
everyone was
kids
being
got,
loud?
so ramped up and then wouldn't eat or something for that. Or I don't know. They were like weird about that.
Oh, so we had a traffic light in our cafeteria.
Wait, a traffic light's so much cooler.
Yeah.
A cone is like cone of shame. Like,
yeah, like yellow and red. It was like, once it got to red, it was like, you guys got to quiet down.
you guys gotta.
Yeah.
They should put that in bars.
Oh, they should actually. Yeah. They should. I want one for myself in bars to be like, turn the music down a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. So the cone thing was weird. And I like to like talk to my friends about that. I'm like, did y'all ever have to
Cones? It's like,
what?
they're just like, but you can't put the cones all on the all tables at once. So someone had to go around and put one cone.
There would be a teacher in charge of each table.
Oh,
and
my
that would
God.
stand at the like kind of like at the end of the table.
Who thought of this system?
Like, this sounds crazy.
I understand wanting the kids to like pay attention to their food. That is a part of lunch that needs to happen besides just the socializing. But couldn't there be a signal across the whole room like our traffic light? Like, can't they have like, I don't know,
I feel like it's so much cooler.
one light bulb that's red and they flip a switch on the wall or something like that?
I do remember there was like hand signals that we used to have. Oh, but it was bunny ears. They would like go like this, bunny ears, like bunnies are quiet. All right, everyone.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, overall, so you didn't really bring lunch, or you didn't buy lunch.
Sometimes I would on Friday. I got to get crazy and get the pizza,
Oh, nice. Everyone loves a
sometimes.
pizza. Yeah.
and that was also really good too. That was just during elementary school, and then when I went back in high school, I had free reign of whatever I could eat. For some reason, it was just like up to me.
Oh, okay. But middle school, you were.
I was like homeschooled-ish. I went to a
Okay.
school 2 days a week.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, yeah.
So, do you mind asking? Can I ask why?
I did competitive dance like really intensely, like Dance Moms level,
Whoa,
to the point that I like used the other time to like dance, and then
you danced all day?
I would dance a lot. I would go to like a co-op kind of like 2 days a week, and then they would
wow.
assign me enough work that I could do on my own, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
And then what did you do for lunch?
I ate a ton of fast food in middle school, like when I danced. So
What are we
it
talking?
went from granola, like really healthy, to just like I remember eating Sonic all the time.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you get at Sonic?
The grilled cheese,
Oh, yeah.
the grilled cheese and the tater tots. That slap.
Do you feel like you didn't have as much socializing in middle school because you didn't have lunch table to go, and you
No,
didn't really go
actually.
to school? Did you go to school those 2 days? You did go to a school.
It was like Ant Farm. Have you ever seen that show? That Disney show?
No.
Well, you're old. Where the kids were like really talented.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had a grade,
Okay.
and there were kids there, and then we ate lunch the 2 days of the week.
Oh, okay. So what did they have at lunch there?
Well, we had a Packer.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Which at that point, what were you bringing? Do you remember?
I think a lot of chicken nuggets was going on.
Chicken. You brought chicken nuggets to school?
Yeah, I
like
love
cold
chicken
nuggets?
I would heat them up in the microwave.
Oh, okay.
I
they
like
had
the
a microwave.
dinosaur chicken nuggets.
Oh, yeah. I actually had that for
I
lunch
still eat
today.
those. Yeah. And honestly, it was like way more awesome. I don't know if it's just because all the kids were like really weird in their own way and like special.
Those kids were also doing this kind of
Like like one of my friends was like a really good swimmer. The other one was like insanely smart, like working 4 grades like above me.
Wow.
And I remember we would all like nerd out. We were allowed to just like have our phones out and stuff, and like
Oh. So what year did you graduate high school?
2020.
2020. Okay, great. Yeah. I'm very interested in your perspective here because we noticed that like our food that we ate in high school so much worse than what they have in school now. And like lunch has improved so much in school
That's because of
cafeterias.
Michelle Obama, right?
It was because of Michelle Obama. Exactly. We've talked about this. So I want to know what you're in high school.
Mm-hmm.
What did you eat back then?
So then they randomly like amped up their food, and they were like, everybody has to eat at the dining hall. They're like, it's gonna be in tuition, like in the tuition.
Oh,
So
okay.
we all were required, like we couldn't bring our own lunch really, unless you had like allergies. You you could, but you would be weird.
You couldn't just bring a sandwich?
No.
Did you get shunned?
Yeah. And so then we all had to eat their food, which was a really weird transition. But I think it was also maybe it was because of lunch shaming. But that food was really good.
Okay, what was your favorite?
They be having like buffet style. They had like
What?
a salad bar.
What?
I was a salad bar freak winner. And then they also had as much pizza as you could eat.
Oh.
Like it was awesome.
So you could get 5 slices of pizza for the same...
and all the boys would do that.
Did you pay for lunch?
It was like covered in our tuition.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
so
I was on scholarship, so
Okay.
I was like an odd. You could not tell, but like
there's like a kind of a dynamic between
there's a
the
wealth dynamic.
wealthier kids versus the scholarship kids. Yeah, and this is kind of why they made everyone eat the lunch in the cafeteria, so no one would come in with like caviar sandwiches and stuff.
Yeah. Honestly, I liked it. Like, I wouldn't mind if everyone just like had like a buffet like option.
Yeah, that like a communal. Did you go up and
probably
serve
too
yourself,
expensive.
or they had lunch people serving you?
They would have like a special thing of the day that they were like making that they would serve to you, but the pizza and like the salad and almost everything else was like grab and go.
Wow,
It was like a college campus.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah. What'd you get to drink?
They always had some weird like so bougie like they wouldn't have just water. They would put the cucumbers in the water.
Oh
so I drink that all the time. I drink cucumber water.
Cucumber water at school? That's crazy.
Yes. I couldn't even get into that to my school now. Like
What about milk?
milk. No, they didn't. They
They didn't
man,
have milk.
I don't even think they had milk. Like once they did that. Like it was just like
What? I mean, Matt.
there's a status symbol with milk. When I guess like it's like oh
think
like
so?
you're like I feel like rich people are like oh you're drinking milk like that's hormone. It's like
Oh, it's like, but you know, we drank milk all the way through high school. I had chocolate milk with every meal.
I love milk. I love chocolate milk.
Wow, they weren't really encouraging kids to eat healthy then. They're like, take as much pizza as you want. You don't need milk.
Yeah, they really weren't. And they had like a free reign like dessert bar.
Well, that's where you're getting your dairy and that ice cream in the dessert bar.
Yeah, they had ice cream, they had brownies, they had cookies, and those would go out really. Everybody would take like 20.
That's wild. This is. I want to know. I need to know more.
Upgrade. Yeah.
So
I wish I had pictures of it.
is it was like a big cafeteria? I assume.
Yeah.
How was it separated? If like it has so many different grades.
They put it in the middle of the entire campus, and it's like this big box.
And
They did this while like in the middle of me in high school.
Did the different grades eat lunch at the same time?
No.
So like
no.
you potentially had kindergarten and 12th grade together? No.
No, but that'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
The seniors and kindergartners.
So I guess like how different or separated were the different grades? Like did they have different sections of the cafeteria or like
No, like I could
did
go.
you have like a rolling entry and exit from school and like lunch would be in the middle? Or I guess what time did every grade have lunch?
They like slowly like would let out. So like freshmen would get out like a couple minutes before like each grade went out a little earlier, but all of the high school grades were in the cafeteria at the same time, which was socially so stressful for a while on like where to sit.
Because if you sat with the older kids, it'd be like awkward. They'd be like bully
Or you'd be
you.
really cool.
Yeah.
You had all just one big lunch period because we had we had one of our academic periods that was extra long and it was broken into 3 sections. And so you would rotate 3 different lunch shifts in our school.
Yeah. So if you had math, you would have lunch in the middle of math. You'd have math, then lunch, and then go back to math class. Mm-hmm. Did they have like a special each day, or is it kind of just like a cafeteria, just like, chicken patties, hamburgers?
It was always like any kind of like Asian food. So if they ever had like, I love Thai food. So if it was any kind of like noodle thing going on, I was like, yes.
Yeah. I don't think we ever had any of that in our lunch, right?
I don't think so. And that I was going to say earlier when you were talking about like lunch shaming, when Andrew and I and other previous guests have talked about lunch shaming, we're usually talking about like the financial aspect of it, but the content of your lunch hasn't really come up here. But you talking about like being from a granola-y background.
Yeah, like it was
shamed
bougie.
for the content of it.
ish. Like,
But I often hear that talked about in recent immigrants to America, and especially Asian immigrants are like shamed for the content of their
that
food.
happened when I was in high school because we had a couple students from China.
Right, and this is kind of a different cuisine you'd have for lunch. Bullying?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because of what they brought for lunch?
Oh yeah, I used to beg my parents in the store. I was like, "Can we get a Lunchable? Like, please, I want a Lunchable tomorrow." Like, please,
That
I
was
want
the
to be
cool
like everybody
thing
else.
was the Lunchables.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
funny. Did you, what was your favorite Lunchable?
The pizza one.
Yeah, that's funny. I never thought that seemed good. I mean,
They're not. They're
we grew
not
up in
good.
Connecticut. We were
we be
little
real?
pizza
They're not good.
snobs, so
Yeah, that's like Play-Doh. Like,
yeah.
that food
Yeah.
is not real.
Yeah, I know, and it's like cold and it's like on a cracker kind of.
Yeah. Oh, it's bad, but it was cool.
Yeah, I really like the turkey and cheese and crackers ones.
Yeah, it's basically a charcuterie board.
Oh yeah, it's just like starting kids out on charcuterie.
Wait, yeah,
Yeah.
I wonder, like, I would love to see what, that sounds so strange, but like what kids specifically at my school would be eating now.
Is that where you like kind of hung out with most of your friends?
In the lunchroom?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I guess that's how I kind of like found my group of people. I probably wouldn't say that though, because I was kind of like a person that didn't stick to a group, and like it wasn't Mean Girls
Yeah. Yeah.
like dramatic,
Yeah.
but there were people that were like more sporty, that were like cooler.
Mm-hmm.
My group was like a hodgepodge of people. Like some of us played sports, some of us did theater.
Where did you fit in? What did you do?
I did theater and cheer.
Oh, nice.
So I kind of was like in both, but I mean, look at me. I'm more theater. So I had like really good friends in theater for the most part. But
Interesting.
there wasn't like a theater table. I always wanted to sit at the teacher table.
They also ate lunch at the same time. Mm-hmm. And you could see them eating their lunch.
Yeah.
So they didn't have like a teacher's lounge where they ate lunch?
No, they ate in that cafeteria and they ate that food.
They ate the school food? Oh, it must have been good then. Because we had my friend who's a substitute teacher. He didn't eat the school cafeteria food.
Oh yeah, if I was a teacher, yeah, I would be in my room.
So build me like a perfect lunch tray from your high school.
From my high school? Mm-hmm. So in high school, they had apple juice, and so I'm like a fiend for apple juice. So I would get,
To this day?
yeah, I love apple juice. I think it slaps. But they never had it in like the boxes or anything. They had them in these like beautiful glass containers. Like,
Whoa.
yeah,
You
crazy.
pour it yourself in like a cup? Uh-huh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I would get apple juice, and then I would just go crazy on the salad. And then if I was really hungry, I'd get pizza, and then I would also get a brownie.
Yeah, kids love the pizza, the school lunch pizza. That's what everyone tells me.
Yeah. Do you get pizza?
Oh yeah, all the time. We had like different variations of pizza.
Ooh.
So we had
just
like
pepperoni and cheese.
the square pizza.
Deep dish?
No.
Oh.
It was like kind of thick, but it was square, and it was kind of just like the alternative option to like the main
It was
entree.
like maybe a less fried Detroit style, like a grandma pizza.
You're giving it too much credit. It's like
I am.
slab pizza, like pan pizza, like cut into squares.
They need to
kind
make
of.
like the bear, but for like lunch, like high school lunch.
So they had that, and then on Fridays they had like legit pizza, like triangle pizza, like
Why would they switch it up like that?
I don't know, like why wouldn't we just have that kind of pizza like as an option always? And then they had a special pizza called Big Daddy's Pizza that would only
In school?
yeah, that would be like once a month or something like that, and it was like significantly better than that.
Were there like more toppings?
It was just like
involved?
better quality. Yeah. Like
So the Big Daddy is just better quality?
yeah.
French bread pizza.
Oh, French
Whoa.
bread pizza. Yeah. Yeah. They had that a lot.
They didn't have that. They had the
We had
same
a
pizza every day.
Deconstructed pizza called breadstick dunkers.
Yeah. So wait, I bring this up every episode. It is just a long breadstick with no flavoring on it. Mm-hmm. And then they give you a cup of marinara sauce and a cup of cold shredded mozzarella cheese. You just
good?
dunk. Everyone loved it.
I was going to say,
including
I
Matt.
would love that.
I didn't like it.
It was up there for me, but Andrew hated it.
I just thought it was a lazy lunch.
It definitely was like leftovers or something. Like they were just like.
It's like the breadstick itself was the worst part. It was just like so bland. Yeah. Anyways,
they were doughy too.
Yeah,
they were trying to do like marinara, like sticks.
Yeah, they weren't like crunchy. They were like dough. Like it was just soft.
You should start warning people not to be like hungry before doing the show. Not that I'm hungry, but I'm just saying. I was like, now I really want pizza.
Yeah, I know. I want pizza too.
Question or something I found about your school. Does Sage ring a bell?
Yes, that was the name of the dining. Was Sage Dining?
Yeah, Sage is I think the company that provides the dining services.
Yeah. Okay.
And they used to be terrible.
I found their Facebook page. They don't publish a menu, it looks like, but they have like themed months. So March is dumpling month. February, they celebrated Black History Month.
And so, what did they have?
What do they have?
Maybe we're finishing up our Black History Month series with our final 3 famous Black chefs.
Okay.
So I think they're honoring like chefs.
Okay.
Eating Disorders Awareness Week was February 24th.
Whoa. I kind of miss the old before it went bougie, the dining company, because they used to just have like chicken fingers and stuff my freshman year, and then they got healthy.
Wow. They got rid of chicken fingers?
I love chicken fingers and like fries.
Wow.
And they got rid of it. High school used to like joke about like Sage Dining, and then like I ran kind of like the broadcast club there.
Nice.
And I would interview some of the people that worked in the cafeteria.
What? This is great. This is great reporting for the show.
Yeah.
Do you have any of those?
Probably somewhere. So like the initials of our high school were FRA, and so we made a show called Good Morning from America, and it got actually big on YouTube.
Whoa.
To the point that like people toured our school because they were like that intrigued by.
Wow. You were doing free marketing.
Yeah. I was always the editor.
You weren't in it?
No, they always wanted the like lead football player.
Let's go into Sage Dining. We got grilled jerk chicken thighs, roasted corn and black bean cakes, cheddar jalapeno grits, steamed white rice, roasted spaghetti squash. Don't know what that is, but squash is good. Why not? Crisp steamed green beans and vegetarian pasta. Whew. All right.
Okay, so if you graduated in 2020, obviously something happened that year. When the pandemic started, let's say, I guess you had about 3 months left of school, but you had to like go on Zoom or something.
Yeah, that was a complete joke. And can I just say that was like the time of my life? Like it was.
You were living.
That was a terrible thing that happened. That was so fun for all of us as seniors.
I mean, if I was in high school and Matt, correct me if I'm wrong, I would have been ecstatic. I would have like, it's a snow day for the rest of the year.
At first it wasn't. It was like really scary. And like all of our parents were like, don't hang out. Like, but then it like hit like a month and everybody was going crazy. And they were like, you guys can hang out from a distance. And so we would all just like go to the park and hang out all day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What did you have lunches?
Yeah, we would go to like the grocery store sometimes, or like bring a bunch of food and then just like hang out at like parks. We would hang out in parking garages all the time. It got to the point that I started ranking all the parking garages that we like would hang out in.
How did you finish the school year? Was everyone just like, you graduated?
My teachers felt so bad that they were just like...
You already got into college at that point, right?
Yeah. Everybody had gotten into college.
Yeah.
The funniest thing was like art class. Like I still had an art class that I was taking. And I literally didn't do anything in that class. And she was like, you're fine. And like our final was supposed to be like a self-portrait. And I just did a smiley face. And she was like... Yeah.
Oh, man. Wow. Was there like days that you just were on Zoom all day?
Yeah.
Really?
Like all the time. But the thing is that we all would just, if we had an adamant teacher or something that was like, we're still going to have class today.
Yeah.
We would all be hanging out anyway. And so we would just join from like.
Like everyone just take one laptop.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering if there was like a time, because I remember when I was working during the pandemic, they would try to do like virtual happy hours where like everyone would just like get on Zoom and like drink. Yeah, it's really cringe. It's just
They tried to do
the worst.
something.
So like, did they try to do that for lunch?
No, but my friend group and we did. Kind of if we were hanging out. But they did one time do this like weird, they were like, we feel bad about everything that's going on and we're going to do like a game thing for the whole grade, all the seniors in the Zoom. And it was Quiplash. Have you ever played that before?
No.
And it was like...
Isn't it it's a Jackbox game, no?
Crazy game to play with teachers and high school students, okay? Like we just got free reign on whatever we got to say.
What is it?
And it's like apples to apples.
Oh, okay.
But you write in your own thing.
Yeah.
And everybody sees it on the screen. And so it was crazy. I just remember everybody just, because, I mean, like, we're not going to see each other again. So everybody just was, like, exposing each other left and right through Quiplash. And, like, the teachers just had to read all of it and just, like, try not to react to, like, the most explicit, yeah, I will never forget that. So they did that, but yeah, I don't remember even, like, what did I even eat during COVID?
Yeah, did you miss lunch?
I ate a lot of sushi.
Oh, nice.
Like, I would go to the grocery store, get sushi, and then we would eat it at the park. But
Well, Emma, thank you so much for joining us. Please get back to us if you have any more memories of the school lunch. Thank you, everyone, for watching and listening. Support your local lunch ladies, and good night.